I'm Scott Steepleton, the governor of Tiki-fornia, and on this episode of Rum-Soaked Radio, we're here to cheer a decade of great fun at Ventura's favorite little tiki bar. From the pineapple peaks of Adventureland to the murky depths 20,000 leagues under the sea, batten down the hatches, grab your coconuts and say good day, Jose. This is Rum-Soaked Radio. I, of course, am talking about VenTiki, which this weekend, July 27th of 2024, is celebrating 11 years in business. We were there for the 10th anniversary and for the 9th and for the 8th. Anyway, you get the point. We've been going there for a long time. We've put together this retrospective that shows you how they got here, where they are today, with the help from a few of our friends. I'm here with Dwayne Couch. He's the owner with his lovely wife, Tanya, of VenTiki. Dwayne, 10 years today.
Yes.
Can you believe it?
No, actually, it went by way fast. Doesn't seem like anywhere close to 10 years at all.
What do you attribute the loyal customers that you have to? What do you attribute that to?
I would have to say, oh my goodness, all their participation with the goings on here. It just builds on itself and it keeps getting bigger.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Every year is more fun than the year before.
Happy birthday, VenTiki!
Dangerous ask.
Reach deep in there. Pull it out.
Just making sure here. I don't know how many drinks you've had, so. Gift card.
What a great day that 10th anniversary bash was. I can still taste that pig. Now we're going to take a look back at VenTiki in its early days, before it became the over-the-top tiki bar that it is today. Speaking of over-the-top, if you order one particular drink, thunder and lightning might go off. If you order another, there's a siren. Bells are going to ring with one drink, and if you order the Jet Pilot, well, you just got to order the Jet Pilot. The Decor has changed so much over the years, and check out the outside too. The beautiful mural that goes up the wall telling the VenTiki story, all the nice sunshades that are up there now, and the new tikis that are out there. It's just changed so much in its short life. During the pandemic, brand new seating along the sidewalk also went up, giving more outdoor space to people who want to be in the beautiful Ventura sunshine, breeze, fog, whatever Mother Nature throws at you. The first 100 board is a special plaque on the wall that commemorates the first 100 people to finish the original VenTiki Island passport. If you finished it first, you got your card put up on the wall, and it's been there for 10 years, and it'll be there for however many more. The first people to finish it are across the top: Rachel, Josh, Chloe, Rob Roy, and Craig. This is a really nice feature that shows that the ohana has been special to VenTiki from the very beginning. A diner might have its coffee club where you leave your mug. Well, at VenTiki, there's a place where regulars can leave their tiki mugs. This mug case was made by Rob Roy, and regulars can leave their mugs here and then bring them out when they come back so they don't have to drag their mugs around with them. Wait a second, there's the Wahini's mug. That's Sloth from Goonies. That's a Monk Tiki production right there. And oh, what do you know? There's mine. That little red skull right there, that's a Tiki Rob mug that I like to leave here. And we can bring them out every time we come by. A mug doesn't make or break a Tiki drink, but like a great Aloha shirt, a great Tiki mug can enhance your experience.
Oh my gosh, no way! Oh my gosh! All the way in Las Vegas, VenTiki brown mug. That is totally awesome.
VenTiki has offered a $25 Mai Tai mug, a $35 Mai Tai mug. Mugs designed by Tiki Tony, mugs designed by Tiki Diablo, and mugs designed by Big Toe. The very first one, that little brown coconut. Is that in your collection? What makes this place so special for first-timers and long-time ohana? Let's find out.
Fist finishers!
A $35 Mai Tai. I remember when it was a $25 Mai Tai. And I remember the number of drinks it took to finish the VenTiki Island's passport was only 19. Now it's 60. And I remember when the price for finishing the passport was an orange felt fez. A lot has changed in the years since VenTiki opened, but some things stay the same. Great food, great drinks, and great times.
Our VenTiki Mai Tai, it's our #1 seller here. I would say probably close to 80% of our sales is the VenTiki Mai Tai. And so that's our claim to fame, I would say. We serve around 200 a day. So do the math. We've been around 10 years.
And how does the VenTiki Mai Tai compare or differ from your basic Mai Tai?
So the traditional 1944 Trader Vic's Mai Tai was only gold rum, and they never did a dark float. Our version has the dark float, so we have tweaked the amount of sweet and strong. It's the only difference. So we like to put the dark rum float on ours.
Some people like those red things, those juicy red things.
Oh yeah, you mean a Lai Tai? Yeah, that's, over the years it's been kind of incorrectly made, and I think it's mostly due to Don the Beachcomber, his claim to having created the original Mai Tai, where Trader Vic claimed he created the first. Don liked to add pineapple juice and grenadine to his, and he was a marketing genius, so over the years it's come to be known that the original Mai Tai has grenadine and pineapple. And in fact, it was created in 1944 by Trader Vic in Oakland, California, and the only juice he used was lime juice. And so that's the version we use.
That's the version that VenTiki does.
Correct.
Does it so well. All right, well, make one up for us.
All right, you got it. All right, so we start with light rum. We use Don Q Silver, gold rum, also Don Q Gold, ounce of lime juice, half an ounce of simple syrup, a half an ounce of orgeat, which is an almond syrup, of course Trader Vic's, and a half an ounce of orange curacao. A nice healthy scoop of crushed ice. And of course, our famous float whalers. And my favorite part, smacking the mint.
Woo! There you go.
Aloha VenTiki Mai Tai.
VenTiki Mai Tai.
In all its glory. 730,000. There you go. So not quite a million, but getting close.
730,000 of these. One taste and you know why. Elvis, you've been at VenTiki for how long?
I've been here 7 years.
And how did you get here?
I met Josh Papuza, and he brought me on board. Second tiki bar I'd ever been to.
Where were you before this?
I was a bartender at the Ojai Valley Inn for 10 years. My previous job, it was a really good job. I learned a lot, value and service, and I brought all those skills here.
What a difference it must have been to come from like a Five Diamond place where you have to wear a uniform to a place where you can wear a sarong and tell your customers to plunge the ceremonial dagger into the lime into the heart of their drink.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, I would daydream about working at VenTiki daily there. When I first learned of VenTiki, I thought Tiki and Disney were one. I didn't know that there was a whole historical context of Tiki that went back, 80 years. I thought Disney was the beginning and end of it. It's like for me, a dream come true. I know that's silly. It's a bartending job, but for me, it's like there's nowhere else I'd rather be.
Mm-hmm. The drinks at a tiki bar are not just like a 2-ingredient thing. It's just not like vodka and cranberry juice or anything. There's a lot of ingredients that goes into these things, and there's a lot of craftsmanship in there too, right?
Yes. On the Beachcomber and Trader Vic and all the other saints of the tiki history, they blessed us with these intricate drinks with lots of ingredients.
You have put a lot of time into ensuring that you do a great drink, right?
Oh, yeah. Yes. Absolutely.
What is your process? Like, what have you done from the early days to make sure that you're doing it the right way, I guess?
Well, Josh just taught me to respect the recipes, follow them to the T. That is really the key, and do it consistently. So the types of rum, I'd say, it's really important that you're using the types of rum that Beach Bum Berry recommended, or that the recipe calls for.
Did you just take notes from what Josh told you, or was there something that you used, as kind of your secret weapon?
Yeah, I started with a few things. I started learning the recipes. I created flashcards on my phone. I studied those. I went in and I cataloged and researched every rum we had, and I make an extensive rum list for that. So I got to know the products. And then I kind of relearned all the drinks in an oral style, and then I still recite that on the car ride every day. I recite every drink recipe on the menu, all 60 of them.
Wow.
And that way, and I do that daily.
Elvis has done a lot of artwork for VenTiki over the years, including a mug, Tiki Caliente decorations, and he also designed the 11th anniversary glassware. How did you get to VenTiki?
So I originally was a customer here. I lived right up the street, was walking down here all the time, and I would see the original owner cutting the bamboo, wrapping the rope and putting the palapa up. It just captured my curiosity, and I kept asking him, when are you going to be open? When are you going to be open? And when it finally opened, he had the passport, which at the time was only 19 drinks. And I was like, challenge accepted. I ended up being on the wall that we have over here of the first 100 finishers. I was already a bartender at the time, so I was trying to get my feet in the door here. After about 6 months, I finally got in here. So that's how it all started.
So how has being here influenced your personal life, your attention to Tiki culture and all that?
It's changed it quite a bit. I've become part of the Tiki community and the culture. I've embraced it wholeheartedly. It's led me to travels around the world, Puerto Rico, Costa Rica, I've been to Cuba, Tahiti, and Hawaii. It's led to me creating a home Tiki bar as well, Tapu Tiki. It's been in several different publications, and most recently in the Polynesiacs book that just came out. So it's definitely influenced my life in a great way. I really love the Tiki community. It's a really fun thing to be a part of.
I'm at VenTiki today with Ema.
Hi.
How long have you been here?
Oh, I've worked here about 9.5 years.
Boy, almost from the start, huh? I understand that you have come up with some drinks
right, since you've been here?
I have come up with quite a few cocktails, but 2 of them are on the passport.
Tell me about those 2.
Definitely give them a try. One of them is called the Cabin Fever. They made that recipe during COVID when everything was shut down and we were just doing to-go drinks. So that's where the name came from. The other drink I do, which is a little more popular, is called Mana Onani. That means beautiful dream in Hawaiian. And one cool thing about that drink is that I dreamt the recipe.
You dreamt about a drink?
I dreamt
Like the
about
ingredients and everything and how it came together?
I did. I dreamt the ingredients, and when I came in to make it, I barely even had to tweak it at all. It kind of was just all up there in my brain. My brain kind of did the work for me while I was asleep. Some of the ingredients in that drink, let's see, it has a little bit of hibiscus, passion fruit syrup. It has demerara rums. It has allspice dram with some lemon, lime, citrus in there, and a little bit of pineapple. So it's not overly sweet. I feel like it's very well balanced with you getting a kind of an explosion is how it's been described of flavor.
It's Saturday, and normally at VenTiki on a Saturday, the lanai would be crowded with people, inside would be crowded with people. On a normal Saturday, maybe you'd be having a jet pilot, maybe you'd be finishing a fez, or maybe you'd be having the $25 Mai Tai. Take that $25, take that $14, take whatever amount that you'd be spending on a drink here on a normal Saturday and just donate it to that GoFundMe account, fill their mugs, and help Josh and all those guys through what's going to be a very tough time. What was it like when you heard that your livelihood was going to be affected because of the pandemic? Take us back to that time.
Well, it was unprecedented. I did not know what to expect, but I'm grateful that we made it through. And we really had a lot of support from the Tiki community, and they kind of even donated funds to help our staff, which we're so grateful for.
Was it, did you cry? What, was it like that deep of a thing, or?
I think it was really special in the way that sometimes you don't really realize how many people have your back, how many people would go out of their way to do things for you. As a whole, it was humbling for me, and it gave me a new appreciation.
Was this your first tiki bar?
This was my first tiki bar.
Wow.
Yeah, had bartended, but I started from scratch.
How did that get into your blood? It seems so easily and so readily.
There's nothing comparable to a good tiki drink. Using the real ingredients, using the syrups that we use, even coming into it with bartending experience, I was able to learn of a lot of different ingredients that other bars don't even carry. So once I was into that and seeing how many ingredients they use and see how much craft goes into making each cocktail, I was hooked. Now it's like, oh, if I can't have a tiki drink, it's not going to be a cocktail.
I like to do drinks that kind of integrate different ingredients that people don't necessarily use in tiki that often, like tequila. So I have a drink called the Mahalo Maki. It's made with Los Sundays coconut silver tequila. It has pineapple juice, it has guava, it has strawberry, it has lemon, and some light rum in there to still keep it kind of within the tiki family. I have another one called the Citrus Mistress that some of my regulars helped me come up with a name for. And it's basically like a orange creamsicle or an orange Julius in a cup. It's one of my favorite drinks to drink.
Nice.
If you're coming to VenTiki for the first time, be patient with us. Our ingredients are insane for our food and for our drinks. It's worth the wait. It's worth coming in. We have a great time here. We have lots of fun, and it's very easy to become part of our family in this place.
We love those tiki drinks, but VenTiki is more than just a place to get great drinks. There's food here, and it isn't just any food, it is spectacular food. Their little kitchen pumps out some big flavors. Spam musubi, Kahlua pig. A couple of my favorites, the Spamageddon, which is a little spam slider with a tangy sauce, and the Loco Moco, a nice pile of rice, some of that juicy Kahlua pork, and there is some gravy on top. Oh, and an egg, I forgot the egg. It is a wonderful dish.
The Spamageddon is 3 little sliders with the King's Hawaiian roll, the salty spam, some cheese, and then you get some sriracha aioli on it. It's a nice combination of sweet and salty and savory. I love these things.
I love these things. VenTiki's always had an extensive sushi selection on the menu, and sushi lovers have always been very pleased with it. I'm not a big sushi guy, I'm more of a California roll kind of guy, and thankfully VenTiki's got the Cali Fresh roll, which is a California roll lover's dream. The Cali Fresh roll has snow crab and mango and cucumber and of course avocado, and it's drizzled with eel sauce. Pro tip, ask for more eel sauce. It comes with some on it, like I said, but I always like to get a side of it so you can dip it in. It's so good. Love it.
Like any business, VenTiki wouldn't have this kind of success without a loyal following. And boy, is the ohana here loyal.
Happy anniversary, VenTiki. VenTiki's a really special place for us. We've been coming here since 2014 on all of our first dates, experienced fun times, right? Halloween, mug releases, drink cards.
When we eventually got married out in Ventura, you just know we had to swing by our favorite tiki spot just to say hi to the crew, see how everybody was doing. So, happy anniversary, VenTiki. Keep on pouring those drinks.
Can't wait to celebrate.
Craig, you have been coming to VenTiki since how long?
The second week that it was open.
How did you find the place?
Actually, I was walking down to Dargan's and I saw the tiki place, came in for the Mai Tais, and been here ever since.
You were going for an Irish car bomb and you ended up getting a Mai Tai instead.
I was going for a straight Guinness, but yeah. I came in for the VenTiki Mai Tai, which is just a little bit different. They got the float, and it's very nice, and I really love it. When you come to VenTiki, the first drink out of the box, you have to have the VenTiki Mai Tai, and then you can explore the menu from there. But it's a family place. It's great, and there's lots of fun, and it's got a great tiki vibe to it.
You are on the first 100 board.
Yes, I got the first passport. I'm sure you've dealt with the passport, but I've got the first.
I have a few in my pocket. Yes.
I had the first 100, and then I had the second one. Got my first fez, and then I've had the third one, and that's a little bit more challenging with the 63 or so.
Yep.
And it's a better fez, but I've been through the whole incarnation of this place.
Have you been back to Dargan's since that fateful day?
I do go back to Dargan's because I love a Guinness, but what I do is I bring my mother here every chance she's available, and she gets the ICC as 73.
Oh, nice.
Hello, VenTiki. Fergus here, and what you see behind me is your fault. Actually, more specifically, it's Josh's fault, because around 4, maybe 5 years ago, he handed me an article about his tiki bar. I read it, asked him more about it. He recommended Sippin' Safari book and Smuggler's Cove. I read those and just fell down the rabbit hole. So, as you see, I have books, mugs, 150 different rums now, a spiral bound book of recipes, experiments, rum things, and it's all your fault. So even though I'm not there as much anymore, I do miss you guys. I think the next step, it's on the list, Speakeasy Tiki Bar when I retire. Nothing quite extensive as an actual tiki bar. However, I am out of space. I'm out of space for mugs, out of space for rum, and the logical next step, I think, is a tiki bar. So, once again, congratulations. It's all your fault, and I'm gonna keep going as long as my liver will take it.
What brought you here originally?
I think it was the place that was here before, Bernadette's. It's one of the few restaurants in downtown that have an outside patio. When this became another restaurant, I came with some friends, and then we were like, oh, this is really cool. So then I told my husband about it. I was like, hey, there's this place in downtown that is really cool. We gotta check it out. So we came one time, and that was it.
Was this the first tiki bar you'd been to?
Yes.
Okay.
So when we came, I mean, it was tiki, but we were not thinking about anything, right? It's like, okay, it's just another restaurant that have a theme. Then with the amount of people that we met here, that's when we started getting to know the culture of tiki. And today, 5, 6, 7 years later, we love it.
And you've got tons of mugs to prove it.
Oh my gosh, I know, way too many.
Did you guys get bit by the mug bug?
We did. Here was the first time I got a drink with an umbrella. And I was like, oh my God, that is so cute. I love it. So.
And you've gone through the passport?
Yes,
Okay.
twice.
Twice, okay.
Yeah, the first one took me like 3-4 years to finish it. And the second one as well. But it's kind of fun to try all the drinks that they offer here. So.
Have you found a favorite drink?
Not really.
No.
I really like them all, to be
okay.
honest.
All
so,
right.
yeah.
All right. What about tiki people? Is there something special about the people?
Tiki people, they're cool because we have something in common, right? And every time we get together, we talk about, hey, have you checked this new place out? Have you, so it's just fun. They're fun.
There's no drama.
At all.
People don't bring their
Oh my gosh.
blood into
No,
it.
at all.
Yeah.
At all. I actually sometimes bring friends and then they get hooked and then they come over without me, which is not cool. But
What do you mean
no.
without me?
I know, exactly. I was like, hey, we need to go together. But no, I think everybody should come and try them out at least once. But I know you come over, you're gonna love it. The drinks could be really strong. Some of them are really easy to drink, and then you have to get those drinks that have all this mumble jumble about the Top Gun movie, the jet pilot, and then you get the hurricane and the zombie. So it's just really cool. It's fun. It's really fun, to be honest.
The back room of VenTiki is the Rapa Nui room, where you never know who you're going to run into.
It's only just now become declassified in the last month or so. So it was, it was a long time ago. It was July 4th, 1969. We were in the Hangdong province of the Magnum PI River. We were counter at intel for the United States government, CIA. And we got this call from General Francis Ford Coppola. This guy, he needed us in the jungle right away. We weren't quite together at the time, but we soon met up, Dwayne and I, after that. He was flying the attack Hueys. And I was jumping out of helicopters with my surfboard. And we flew into that jungle, and we shot the scene. Bobby D was there, everybody. And later on that night, we came under heavy fire. The camp came under heavy fire, incoming. One of the helicopters got hit. It was a mess. There was 4 guys down. And Dwayne, he really picked it up that night, and he told us the way to go was we all got to stick together. So he comes around with a couple bottles of rum, and one of us had a few coconuts that we'd pulled down from a tree nearby. Somebody had a bag of limes, or just squashed the limes right into the bowl. And it was almost, like a ritualistic thing at that point. You're facing death. You don't know if you're going to live through the night. It was really hairy. So that was the first time that I met Dwayne.
How did you come to know Dwayne?
Dwayne, oh man. Yeah, wow, what a character, that guy. The first time I met Dwayne was in Oahu.
Oahu.
We were surfing Jaws at that time, living large, and by that I mean broke but loving life. Round about April 12th, 1983. And we got kind of just plucked out of the beach crew, you know, the guys that hung out at the beach, catching every barrel and fighting off every sea turtle. And it just so happened that there was a guy who was working on a production manager, they called him. He came down the beach and he stopped both of us and he said, you know, you guys, I need you. What do you do? And Dwayne said, well, I fly helicopters. And he said, I got a job for you. And he said, what do you do? And I said, well, I'm a stuntman. And he said, well, I need you too. So it ended up being that we worked on that Magnum PI show.
No way.
Tom Selleck.
Wow.
It was fantastic.
Another loyal member of the ohana that we have come to know and love over the years is Murf.
Aloha.
Aloha. When did you discover VenTiki?
I first met Dwayne, the owner of VenTiki, at Don the Beachcombers. And that was December 18th of 2017, I believe.
Okay.
So it was a Monday night, and I was staying down in Newport Beach, and I said, I got to get up there, and, you know, got a place to stay nearby, right? So I went there, and there was hardly anyone there, but they had I want to say Dave Brubeck big band, but there was a big band orchestra playing in the back room, and people had lined up, and it was just about to open. It wasn't quite open yet, but they had people lined up in the parking lot in the back of Don the Beachcombers to see this Christmas show. Wow. Big band. And I went in the front, and there was hardly anyone in there. I mean, a Monday night Don the Beachcombers, you know, not too long before they closed. And I went over to the lounge and sat at the bar. You know, I ordered a drink, and then Dwayne was actually coming in the door not too long after me, and he sat down at the bar also. And he had this notepad, and he was writing, and he was making notes and sipping on cocktail. And eventually we started talking, and he saw that I had a mug, and I had, it's like the Dorothy Kindle nude, you know, mug from Japan. We just started talking, and we ended up talking for like, I don't know, an hour and a half or so. And during that whole time, we were like, oh yeah, I know that place. Do you know this place? Sure, I know that place. Fantastic. Well, I'm actually writing a bunch of, I've been going on a tour, he told me. Told me he was going on a tour of all the tiki places he could to get more ideas, because he owned the tiki lounge in Ventura called VenTiki. And it wasn't probably too long after that that I actually, I think at that time I had already been here. I told him, yeah, I've been to your place. And we just kept talking. It was just like a wonderful night. So
that's great.
Ever since then, when I saw him here at his own place, it was like, oh, I have like a really good memory of this person that I met. And he's just such a nice person. And Tanya, they're both just so great. And this whole place is just like a wonderful escape from the daily travails of life and, you know, all of the things that people have to deal with. It just feels like you're on a little staycation coming to VenTiki.
One of the things that people know you by are all your mugs too. You bring a different one almost every time you come, huh?
Yeah, we love to keep, part of that, tiki spirit alive is bringing your mug to the lounge. So you'll know the good lounges if they're cool about you bringing the mug there. I've actually gone to different places and been like, would it be okay if I brought one in? And they're like, no. And I was like, what? So you kind of get a vibe right away. Like they either, don't know how to deal with it, don't want to deal with it, or have never dealt with it before. And if it's any of those things, I don't want to give them my mug anyway. So you know where to go. You can take one to Trader Vic's. They're cool with you bringing your own mug to Trader Vic's because they have so many there that they sell and serve drinks in already. So they're well prepared. Yeah, so it's easy. So, you know, but yeah, this is Eekum Bookum, John Mulder. So this is the full color version of this. It's called the Haka Warrior mug. It wasn't for an establishment or a bar. It was just something that he made to sell. So, but yeah, it's the full color one. I don't know. There's a whole story about how I eventually got this one.
It was back in 1963 in the Ding Dang Delta, and
yeah. And the Magma Bang Bang River was a reference to the Caliente this year. The Magma Bang Bang was the drink that they served. That was 2023 Tiki Caliente was the Magma Bang Bang.
Nice.
And they had the volcano set up and the gong. Everybody who came in through the Tiki, Tapa maze eventually made it to the gong. And Dwayne was there. And he was like, yeah, with this giant wooden mallet gong that he had made, and he smashed, that thing, my ears were still ringing, 3 days later.
Is there a drink that you like more than any other?
I guess it depends on the day of the week.
Okay. Mm-hmm.
Is it a Friday? Saturday? But the VenTiki Mai Tai is one of the best Mai Tais I've ever had. And that dark rum has changed even from when VenTiki opened. But they've kept it so that it's still almost identical, with that, which is wonderful. So that's everyone loves the VenTiki Mai Tai. So and I don't say that about every tiki bar.
Yeah.
Most
no, there are some
Mai
places
Tais
you wouldn't want to.
Pretty lackluster.
Yeah.
Or they're made wrong. But it is a good test when you go to a tiki lounge for the first time. Let me try your Mai Tai. If you're going to have more than one. If not, maybe you just want to take the one you've heard the best about. Whatever. So, plotting.
Our friend Murf just shows what kind of shenanigans can go on at a tiki bar. He's like the master storyteller, but there are some pretty amazing things that have happened at VenTiki that are not shenanigans, but they're nefarious. The first thing I'm going to show you is our OG friend Augie, whose Magnum PI mug, it was a custom mug that he had made, painted just for him, was stolen from the bar and then somehow showed up about a year later. We happened to be at the bar on the very day that stolen mug was returned via mail to VenTiki.
You have to see yourself. Just see what was brought here today.
Too rough. We all want to know what this is.
Dude, the fuck, are you kidding me? I'm not kidding you, dude. Do you see what they wrote? You see what they wrote?
I thought
this thing is cursed.
Yeah.
We are sorry. What? Were we not just talking about how you cursed that mug yesterday?
Dude, I'm gonna cry.
So over a year ago, this mug was stolen from here. His custom mug that he painted. Posted a picture of it about 5 days ago. Apparently someone must have saw that.
Felt bad.
And they wrote, "This mug is cursed. We are sorry."
And they sent it back.
Yeah, here.
If that story about Augie's mug doesn't give you chills, this next one will.
I'm outside VenTiki, and inside this box is a new Squawkers the Parrot for Elvis. Now, his Squawkers got stolen. This guy, Mike, on Instagram helped get this one, and it was his grandma's. So we're going to go inside and give it to Elvis. Shh, let's go.
All right, Christmas. Yeah, that's a present. Oh, it's a miracle. Woo! Yeah.
If you hadn't guessed by now, the heart of VenTiki is the ohana. And we're going to end our video with 3 more people that exemplify exactly what we're talking about. Thank you for watching. Subscribe to our channel.
give this video a like, and we will see you next time.
My first time at VenTiki would technically be before it opened. I would come in and walk by and see the guys doing the build out. My first official time at VenTiki, I don't remember very well, so it was pretty awesome.
Was this your introduction to Tiki?
I had been at Tiki bars before. I had been going to Tiki Oasis for a few years already. I'd been to the Trader Vic's that was at LA Live and Tonga Hut and Tiki Tea. Tiki Tea was my first Tiki bar experience.
Wow, okay.
Just randomly, I didn't even know anybody in the scene yet. I had just turned 21 and I found myself in the area with nothing to do, and I stumbled in, sat right at the bar, and got a 151 swizzle because that's what was recommended to me. I think VenTiki is successful because it doesn't have any pretension. It's down home, local, but still has all of the great ingredients and quality that you look for in those international tiki bars and people that are looking for the destination with the quality. But it just still feels like home. You don't feel like you're not fancy enough for it.
VenTiki has on its back wall the first 100 board. You have a couple on there, right?
I only have one on the first 100 board. I didn't want to be greedy, but I have finished the passport a few times now.
And a few of the passports, right?
A few of the different passports, yes. The orange fez was the original VenTiki fez for the passport finishers, and I did finish first, and so I got mine specially embroidered. A friend did it for me, and I am the legend.
You are the legend. Can you put to rest some of the rumors about how long it might have taken you to finish a passport?
What are the rumors?
Well, 4 days for one?
4 days in a row for one.
Okay. And that's your fastest finish?
That was the fastest finish, and that was for the second iteration of the passport that had 32 drinks on it. 33?
Okay.
32.
All right. You decided you like one drink better than any other drink?
I have a preferred go-to drink, and that would be a Singapore Sling without bitters.
And why?
Because it's very fruity and refreshing.
Now, had you had that before you tried it, or you knew it coming into it what it was going to taste like?
I knew coming into it, and I helped bring it onto the menu here at VenTiki because I liked it so much.
Okay. It wasn't there?
It wasn't on the original menu, and because I asked, I think Josh helped make it be part of the menu forever. Yay for me.
What advice does the legend have to today's passport finishers, who, by the way, have to finish a heck of a lot more than we had to on the very first passport?
That's true. My number one recommendation is you got to stay hydrated. If your pee isn't clear, you're not hydrated.
Hello, everyone. My name is Robert Beltran.
Hi, I'm Joel Yurden.
We are sitting in our home bar called the Lilikoi Lounge on Maui in Hawaii, where we have lived for the past 3 years, going on 3 years. And of course, we moved here from Ventura, California, and we are here to share with you our feelings about our favorite tiki bar in the whole world, VenTiki.
We have a lot of love for VenTiki.
VenTiki has always checked all the boxes for us. VenTiki has always attracted these like-minded people who have the same love for Polynesia and for the vibe that the tiki lounges and tiki bars and tiki people oftentimes share together.
As we all know, we just came out of a global pandemic over the last 3 years or so. It was a really tough time in March of 2020 when everything shut down, and VenTiki had to close for a little while they were kind of adjusting to the new normal. Scott Stapleton put together a GoFundMe page to help support the staff while they were out of work, and we had the opportunity to make some donations to that and to help support our ohana, that is the VenTiki staff. Scott got really clever and started using some creative ways to create more buzz within the GoFundMe. One of those was this tiki artist, which Robert's going to talk a little bit about.
Scott and VenTiki got this wonderful artist named Bilado to create this awesome piece which illustrates VenTiki in a very awesome way. We were not going to let that go. We just kept bidding higher and higher and higher. We were in the process of making our move to Maui, and we just felt like strongly about having this piece of VenTiki to take with us. Any opportunity we could find to help our ohana that worked there while VenTiki was in this period of dormancy. We certainly, had to do whatever we could. So it was a win-win. We asked our good friend and our tiki brother, Josh Papuza, to create this beautiful frame for it, which he did. And we just really, really love this piece. It sits in a place of honor in the Lilikoi Lounge here. We're just so happy to be able to have it with us.
So with that, VenTiki, we say happy birthday. It's a really special place, and just really happy that we get to be able to celebrate in some way with you.
We love you all. Can't wait to see you soon.
Yeah. Aloha.
Aloha.